Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Pam again, and we're studying about trees. So today I'm going to read a special book about a tree named Steve. It's called Our Tree Named Steve, and it's by Alan Zwiebel, and David Catron is the illustrator, which means he draws all these pretty pictures. It says, I remember there was one tree that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. Look at the tree. Does it look like it's crying? Looks kind of sad, doesn't it? Lindsay said it looked nervous. And Sari, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree, and she called it Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it too. So before too long, Mom and I got used to calling it and asked the builder to please save Steve. So they sold the house. So they're going to tear down that tree. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. There's the tree, and look, it's got fall leaves. It looks kind of the fall time, doesn't it? And they're in the window looking out at Steve. He quickly worked his way into our lives as a swing holder. Have you ever had a swing in a tree? I used to have one when I was little. It's fun. You take an old tire and put a rope and put it on a branch of a tree. Remember the branches? And he was a target for third base, a hiding place for jump rope turner. Look at there. They put their jump rope. They tied it to the tree, and Steve held the rope as they jump rope. And whenever the dryer broke down, they would hang their clothes in the tree to let them dry. And he held our underwear with pride. Look at there. Look at the dog. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. And this kind of looks like Halloween, doesn't it? With all the lights around it and dark, and they're camping. Look, they're camping out. Through all of our barbecues and campouts and dance parties, Mom and Dad's dancing with the lights. Or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simpson kids next door, Steve just adjusted to our every need. Now this is fall. Look at those leaves. What happens in the fall to the tree leaves? That's why it's called fall, isn't it? They fall off the tree. And it wasn't easy standing there through snowstorms in the winter. Look at the big snowstorms. Ooh. Have we ever had a big snow like that? Have you seen a big snow? Look at there. It's up to the windows. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock. And it couldn't possibly have been fun. Look at him. Look at that hammock. Not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it got loose. Then got sick himself. That tree doctor had to give Steve a haircut, and it made him look like a big thumb. See, here's Steve. Now he gets a haircut. Look at him. He got all of his branches cut off. The tree doctor. Here's the tree doctor. He had to give him a haircut. Through all the years, Mom and I have tried to show you in a world filled with strangers that peace had come to those things that you can count on, and a safe place to return after a hard day or a long trip. See, they've liked being under Steve. when brings me to the point of the letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. Uh-oh. A storm. Do you know what a storm is? That's when it rains real hard and thunders and lightnings. And though we spared Steve's life a long, long time ago, this time we couldn't save him. Look at poor Steve. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments when he could have fallen on our house, Sary's swing, Kirby's house, and Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. Friends are very hard to find. So he even protected them when he fell the different way instead of falling on the house, didn't he? So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be there to greet you, for he's done and he's in the past. I'm sorry. But please know that Steve will always be with us in our hearts and in our thoughts. And in a different tree at the other end of our yard, see you next week. Love, Dad. So they planted another tree. They planted another tree to take Steve's place, but it won't. Have any of you all had a tree like that that you really, really liked? Well, you can go online and you can read this story again. I hope you liked it. Enjoy about our trees.